How's it going, everybody? It's PJ4Pete_J on YouTube, PJ Play on Twitch. Coming back to a title that I have not been on for, I think it's 6 months now, folks. Took a little break from playing Mechanic Simulator. We were getting close to being finished, but we're working on the Bristol Blenheim. I believe the last plane is the Vickers Wellington. Do I have that right? Or am I confusing that with Beef Wellington? We did the Tiger Moth, the Spitfire, the Mosquito. We did the Hawker Hurricane, the Bristol Blenheim is what we're working on now. And yeah, we have the Vickers Wellington, and I don't believe, there's no planes here in Chapter 3. They all say available soon, but it's been a while. I don't think those are going to show up. So we're going to keep working away here at the Bristol Blenheim, and we will continue our game, and hopefully we'll just stick with 1400 on the airfield. I think that's going to be a little bit more cinematic than in the hangar, so let's do that, since we haven't been around for 6 months. One of the other things I'm going to do is, I remember one of the things that I kind of got burnt out on was, right now with the Bristol Blenheim, a lot of what we have to do is in the inside of that radial engine, and in order to get to that inside, you have to disassemble all of the cylinders, which takes forever. So I think what I'm going to do is I will show the disassembly and talk it through of one, maybe 2 cylinders, and then I'm going to cut, and I'll come back after I have them all. That way you're not sitting there watching me do basically the same thing to 9 separate cylinders, and you get it. So we are coming back to order number 08190. Probably should have cleaned my glasses before I started, because smudgy glasses is not working for me. We're working on the Bristol Blenheim. Our pilot's name is George Martell. Since the last contact with the enemy, the speed indicators have gone crazy. As if that wasn't enough, the right engine jammed and the left engine lost power. Okay, so I think that's it in a nutshell. Yeah, that's it. Task list: repair the stopped right motor, remove the power loss problem in the left engine, and then repair the pitot tube. And I think that's it. That's it. Yeah, okay. Well, I think we could do that, folks. Let's go ahead and take care of the pitot tube first. Whoa, that's a little fast for conditions, isn't it? This here is the pitot tube, thanks to my brother-in-law, Tommy G. He told me that. What are the buttons? F1. F1 some more. All right, so run is hold left shift. I know that. Move is W and A. Crouch is C. Prone is Z. Toggle zoom is F. Zoom. Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't even know that. Toggle notebook is escape. We know that. Assembly mode is 2. Diagnostic mode is 3. Move part or select assembly, left mouse button. Remove assembly. Hold the left mouse. Okay, hide. F1. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. F1. All right, so can I just... Oh, yeah. Okay. So I just left clicked. It selected it, and now we've taken it off. Okay. I keep hitting that button, which is wrong. The right button is the disassemble button. The disengage, I should say. Disengage. Let's see if we can fix the pitot tube. We cannot fix the pitot tube, so we have to requisition a new one. Oh, you know what else I forgot? I typically like to fuel up the plane first. Make sure you got the check mark, otherwise the heaviest pitot tube you've ever heard. All right, so now we want to go to 2, right? Yeah, okay. There she is. And we got that fixed. We're going to disengage. Let's go gas her up. I know it didn't say that, but I think we're supposed to be responsible for that. Refill tank 4. Okay, that's inside engine on the right side. Let's get some fuel in there. Yeah, I typically like to, maybe I should cut this too. I'm trying to conserve time. All right, so we disengaged, and now we're gonna pull the hose. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break here, and I'll come back when I'm finishing up the last tank. All right, guys, we're back, and we're gonna do this last tank here. It's on the outside. So it looks like 1 and 4 are on the right side. 2 and 3 are on the left. No. Yeah, left side? I don't know. I forgot. I will go back. Well, actually, when I'm editing it, I will make note of which ones were where. And I'll just put a little tagline in here somewhere just so you know. All right, so there's that. And we are now done with the fuel, so that can take off. Let's take a look at our work order. We got repair the stopped right motor. So I'm thinking that's going to be stopped right motor. Let's get the, and that's right. Again, it's always according to the pilot. So the left engine's there, the right engine is there. So that's what we're going to do. Oh man, a lot of this is for me. Like I said at the start of the video, it's been about 6 months. So let's go up and we're going to start disassembling, I think, right? There we go. I was in assemble mode, not disassemble mode. So we just had to hit the 1 button, which is disassemble. And we're going to take these cowls off so we can get to the engine. And then we'll use our diagnostic mode. Again, I've gone through and I've gotten all of the upgrades and level ups and everything. That is the one thing I believe I've achieved the highest level I can. And so there will be no more promotions for me. Though I really should have looked at the state of those before I just pulled them off. So far pristine. Everything's pristine. Okay, and let's get this cowl off as well. There we go. Okay, now we want to switch to 3. And again, because I have all of the level ups, we can look, and we already have some of the parts are already visible. So we've got the valves, the spark plug, and the spark plug cables. That's a cable too. I don't know why it won't. So those look like they're in good condition. So far, we're not seeing any red on those. Everything looks green. Everything is green. Green, 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 green. Always enjoy green. This way, and we gotta go. We want to go down now this way. No red jumping out at me here. Okay. Very cool. So the engine is stopped. So I'm thinking maybe we're talking about an end diagnostic mode. I can press and hold my left mouse button and it will kind of diagnose. Try and take a look at some stuff here. Make sure it's all aesthetic. So far, so good. All right. Yeah. All right, from this point, I think we're going to have to start to disassemble to see if we can see anything else. So let's go back to 1, which is disassemble button. No, up. Yeah, back here. Nope, that looks good. So we'll pull that. Yeah, that's all. All right, and we've already checked you, so you're all right. You can come off. How about you? Have we checked you? We have. Okay.
No.
Right, we're gonna pull. What is this called? Something. I can't remember. It'll be nice to get reacquainted with the parts and everything. It has been a little while. So what do we got here? We got everything here has been checked. Okay, so we're just going to keep disassembling, keep getting into the deeper and deeper into the motor here. Production drive is okay. Crankshaft is pristine. Okay, so we got to remove that drive mounting gear and the cam sleeve. All right, so we've got a bearing here. Let's see if that's. Oop, I see red back there. The master rod is damaged. Bearing's okay. How about the front cam ring and the rear cam ring? Those are okay. But the master rod is damaged, so we have to repair it. But we need to remove this engine cover to get there, and we can't do that because these follower rods are there.
No.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to remove those. So I will show you, as we talked about earlier. No, I want to be on one. I'll remove the first set of follower rods. You can see what's involved. It's not a big deal, but I don't want to cut it. I'm hoping that you're watching because you're interested in the game. Okay, so in order to get these follower rods off, I first have to remove the rocker box. And in order to remove the rocker box, you first have to remove the valves. So we're going to get in here. We're going to remove these valves. And here's that. I wish the camera didn't shift. I don't know why it does that, but when you select something, well, that shift was actually in my favor, so I'm okay with that one. All right, so there's that, and now we can remove the rocker box. There's our follower rods right there. So those got to get pulled, and now we have access to the follower rods. Pull that, and then down at the base of the Pete. Down at the base of the follower rods, there's also these cases, follower rod cases, so you're gonna have to pull these as well. And we got to do that all the way around. Obviously, you can see there's 9 cylinders, so we'll do that 9 times. And I just want to make sure I show you that you cannot remove the rocker box. See, you can't remove the rocker box without removing the valve. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. And then I'll come back once I have all of the follower rods removed, and so stay tuned. I'll be right back. All right, folks. So we got all the way around. I got one more set to do here. Again, we got to pull these valves. Once we get the valves off, and I was just thinking to myself, I'm not sure if I needed to pull the cases off, the follower rod cases off. But I would hate to go through all of this, right? And then try to pull that off and have it tell me that I can't do it because I left the cases on. So at this point, since we're removing the entire assembly anyway, I'm like, well, you might as well just grab. And again, the cases are these little almost like what, I don't know, inserts or something. Oh wait, how did I miss these? I was in such a hurry to get back to you guys that I wound up forgetting to take these out. But yeah, so I would hate it if I went, 90% of the way and then just left all of these sitting there, and then it wouldn't let me remove it because those are there. All right, so let's pull the engine cover now. All right, so there's the engine cover. I think we're going to, let's pull this bearing. And we know the bearing's okay. We can take a look again. And there's the master rod. That one's broken, right? That's the damaged one. But, do we think that should I get into these cylinders? Master rod is broken. I'm going to have to, dude, I think I have to anyway because I can't get the master rod. All of these other pistons, and piston rods are all connected to the master rod. And the only way we're going to be able to get those off is if we take off basically everything. We got to take everything off. I can't. Can I get this can?
No.
Yeah, see,
even the ones that are clear of the cylinder, they won't let me take it unless I take the cylinder off. Okay. All right, folks, let's go over it. We'll start at the number 1 here, and we'll go through it. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove the air pipes, the intakes. We locked up here for a minute. I don't know why. There we go. All right. So I'm gonna remove the intake air pipes first. And we're gonna take care of these.
No, sir.
We gotta take care of this first. Spark plug wire, cable, spark plug cable. We got 2 spark plugs, one on each side. We're gonna go ahead and remove those. We gotta start with this, I guess. All right, so we got that. Then we got the exhaust pipes. We'll pull those. And then we can remove the cylinder. Alright, so now the cylinder is free, so we should be able to pull that. There's 4 bolts holding it in place. And there is our busted master. Okay, so that's what's going to happen. I'm going to go ahead and cut it again here. I'm going to pull the rest of these. I'll pull the other 7, and then I'll come back for the last one, okay? I'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. I got 8 of the 9 cylinders off. We're going to take this last one off. Again, like I said, we got to do the intake pipe. And should have started on the other side, but I didn't. I don't know why.
No.
Oh, shut up. My problem with that is that I'm going faster than the game is going, because I'm, again... This is just like busy work. You got to take the whole thing apart, and we're going to find a part, and we're going to take it off, and we'll take it to the bench, but we're not going to be able to fix it. We're never able to fix it, and so we just requisition a new part, and we put the new part in, and then we got to reassemble the whole thing, and it's just like... This is what I think I kind of got burnt out on with this game, is it just starts to seem like busy work. It just is like monotonous busy work that you're like, I can't... Alright, so there she is, the engine du jour.
No.
But we can't take that because we got to take all the rest of this stuff off.
No.
Oop, what do you mean? Oh, I got to remove. Okay. Sorry, folks.
No.
Alright, we got to take the outer ring first, then the inner ring, then the... There we go. Alright, now. You're gonna tell me... Oh, that's right, because there's a pin in here, too. Pin.
No.
Oh, shut up. All right, so that's what we're going to do. First we got to remove the cap pin, then the cap, then the rod pin, then the rod, all right? Should I cut or should I just keep going? More than likely I could be done. These guys are going to scream at me because I'm moving faster than they are, but that's their problem, so, yeah.
No.
Shut up.
Nope. No.
See, he said no, and yet it was the right thing to do. He's just a little behind me, that's all.
No.
Shut up.
No. No.
Oh.
No, sir.
All right, one more.
No. No. No.
Okay, there's that. So we're going to pull the master rod. That's what's broken. We're going to go back to diagnostic mode. And let's take a look at the turbocharger. That's in pristine condition. The engine cover. And the crankshaft. And the turbo. So all of that stuff looks fine. But that's literally it. Once you get to this, I'm calling it a firewall. Once you get to this firewall, there's nothing behind here. I'm not even sure. I'm not sure. Can we get, how much can we get behind here? If we pull the crankshaft and the engine cover, yeah. So we just got the turbocharger.
No, sir.
Turbo and then the turbocharger. So there it is. There it is. That's the whole engine. Okay, so we're going to disengage. I will reassemblage it. Let's go see what parts we have that are broken. Here's all our engine parts. If you hit escape, we got 2 pages. We have a damaged master rod. We already knew that, right? You guys are out flying maneuvers. That's pretty cool. All right, let's see if we can fix the master rod on the bench. No, we cannot. Surprise, surprise. Let's go. Let's go do... we'll requisition a new master rod. There she is. Again, I always like to start at the workbench because I would much rather fix it than just buy a new one. And here we go. We're going back into reassemblage mode. So we're going to select. We got to hit 2, which is reassembly. And now that we've engaged the motor, we can move around freely. So there's the turbocharger. There's the turbo. There's the engine cover. There's our crankshaft.
There's our master rod. So that is fixed. Let's go ahead and let's do it one at a time. We'll put the piston cap and the pin in, and now we'll gotta go around this way. Do pin. I don't know if I should cut this or not. I mean, we can do, I think we can go pretty quickly around here. All right, so. Oof. But once we get to the putting the cylinders back together, I'll probably do the same thing. I'll do the first one, I'll come back and do the last one, and that way you can kind of see how it's done. I've lived up to the gameplay aspect of it, but I haven't bored you with having to do it 9 times. Because at this point, I'm trying to keep track with a timer of how long we've been on. And I am stopping and starting it every time I stop filming. But I gotta believe, I'm at 21 minutes of usable video. I gotta believe I'm actually closer to an hour. I've been sitting here for an hour trying to do this. And this is just the right engine, folks. Wait till we're gonna have to probably do something similar to the left engine. I'm going to just throw all I can. Wait a minute, maybe I can't. I just want to throw all the cylinders on first. Can I do that? Yes. Okay, cool. Maybe that will be how we handle it. Alright, so we're dropping we're going to just drop the cylinders in, and then, like I said, I'll show you how I build one at the top, and then I'll cut and come back for the last one. I do like seeing the planes flying overhead. That's kind of cool. And I'm glad that they are the planes we're working on. That's kind of, you know, you get to kind of see it in action. That's kind of nice. All right, so there's the last cylinder in place. We're going to go ahead and start the long, slow process of rebuilding. I will show you on this top one, and then I'll go away for a while. So we'll put the air intake pipes. I always like to, you know, I think of it in real world terms where, you know, start in the back and move forward, because it's going to be easier to reach the stuff up front than it is going to be in back. So air intakes, I'm going to go with, can we do spark plug cables? Yeah, let's do, get those spark plug cables out. Can I get that one? Yeah. All right, and then from there we'll do spark plug and spark plug cable. Got that hooked up. Come back around. We're going to do spark plug cable. Those are done. Let's get the cam follower bolts. Case. Thingamapopper doodaddy. Cam follower bolt case. I knew that. We're going to get these put in as well. Alright, so there's that. Let's get the rocker box back on. We're going to put the valves back in. Valves. That's kind of the other difficult issue with this thing, is these hit boxes they can be so kind of finicky, you know, and it's like a lot of times you just trying to get on the hit box. Okay, so we got the valves secured, we got the follower rod secured. At this point it's just exhaust pipes, and that's how she's gonna look, folks. It's just like that. We'll have that one done. Okay, so we're gonna cut here again, and I'm gonna go around. I will do the other 7, and then we'll come back and we'll do that final one just one more time to kind of show you once again where they're at. So stick with me, I'll be right back. All right, we're back, folks. We got to put together this last cylinder. I didn't mean to do that, but as long as the part's in there, let's go ahead and do this. What you're seeing here is probably around only 25 minutes in, which is good, but the reality is I've been at this for an hour. I've been doing this for an hour. And that's one of the things that kind of burnt me out with this game, was that I've gotten to the point, and maybe it's just that's how radial engines are, but it's just everything you do, you have to completely disassemble the engine. And you have to then reassemble the engine. It's just like, it takes forever. At least with the other, I would say like the fighters, you could pull the entire cylinder assembly. These, I don't know, maybe I'm missing it, maybe I'm not doing it right, but they don't seem like these are assemblies anymore. You know, it seems like you definitely have to remove these one at a time. And like I say, what you're looking at is about 25 minutes of video, but the reality is I've been at this for an hour, you know, and it's like, and we still have a whole nother engine to do. So, yeah, I think this is one of the reasons why this title I kind of walked away from it, because it just feels monotonous, and it feels a lot like just busy work, you know. Again, it doesn't challenge you with, you gotta, you know, and again, the repair mini game in this game really isn't that, you know, it's not all that in a bag of chips. It's really not that big a deal. But, you know, if they could give you a little bit of something more. Okay, so if we go here, let's take a look at our, what do we have? We should have cover, propeller, cover, screw, propeller, screw, engine cover, front, reduction, drive, mounting gear. Okay, cam sleeve, and the bearing. Okay, so let's finish reassembling the engine first, and we got to put this bearing back on first. There's that. Now we can put the cam sleeve on, and the drive mounting gear, reduction drive mounting gear. This is your propeller reduction drive, and the engine cover. That's the one thing you always want to do before you finish off any job, is take a look at your inventory and make sure you're not still holding on to parts. Because that will be a big help to you. Propeller screw. Alright, and let's get this cover on before we put the propellers back on. Again, I do try to think in terms of what would this actually, how would this work? Would I just throw this on there, or? But obviously, I don't think you can get this cover on. Well, you probably could, but you would really have to work with it. I'm inside the plane now, and can I get out? Is there a way to get out? There we go. Holy smokes! That's happened to me before, where I get stuck inside this thing. All right, so we've got 2 of the 3 jobs that need to be done to our Bristol Blenheim here. We're going to disengage, come down. We have to, this one here, right? We have to go over to the left engine now, and kind of the same thing. We got to figure out what's going on. Whoops, sorry. And if we hit this, nothing in our inventory. Repair the stopped right motor. We did that. Remove the power loss problem in the left engine. Okay, so a power loss problem in the left engine. Let's go up the ladder, and let's start to removicate some of this. We're down here. You can see the plus sign means you're in assemble. Hit the 1 button now. We're in disassemble. So we're gonna pull the propellers first. And then that way we can get the cowls off. I think I'm going to start with the, well, first let's get the covers off. I'm going to start with the diagnostic tool. We'll take a look, and we'll just start to try to figure out what might be the issue affecting the power on this engine. No. All right. And that's where we're going to start. We'll start with diagnostics, and then we'll move on from there. Okay, so here we got everything revealed. Again, we can see some stuff already. We got spark plug wires, spark plugs. We got valves here. That's okay. Oh, we got some bad valves here. Far so good. Just those 2. Why are we not see? That's the other thing is I don't. It shows me all of these valves, and then we get here, and it doesn't show me these valves. So we're in diagnostics. So if there we go, click on it and hold, left click and hold. Okay, that's all right. I don't understand though why, like I say, why those didn't show up. They can't give you everything, right? All right, so here's a couple more. Click and hold. Oh, no. Damaged. Okay. Damaged. Okay. And those are all good. Okay, so we have some valves, but we're going to continue our diagnostics because I don't want to take anything for granted. So let's start. Those are the only things? Just those 4 valves? All right. Engine covers green. Okay, so that's green. All right, yeah, so we're just going to go around. We're going to check everything, and I think we're going to try and get into this engine a little bit more. So there's that. Let's disassemble, and we got to get in here. I think it's the engine. No, it's going to be the... Is it the sleeve? Is that what they call that? The sleeve in the back here? Yeah, the cam sleeve. Alright. Once we get the cam sleeve off, we should be able to see back there. That's still pristine. Alright, the outer ring, front cam ring. Rear cam ring. Crankshaft. Ah ha ha! Ah ha ha! The crankshaft's broke. The crankshaft is broke, folks. And you know how you get the crankshaft off? You gotta tear down the entire engine, bro.
No, sir.
Yeah, see, I gotta take that whole thing. Alright, I'll show you one, and then I'll come back for the last one, and,
No.
Yeah, no. We've got to, what do we gotta do? We gotta get the rocker box first. So we gotta get the rocker box. Oh, we gotta take the other, okay. Alright, see, I've forgotten already. Valves first. Valves first. Then the rocker box. Then the follower rods.
Nope.
Then the follower rod case.
No.
Yeah. Coming for the rocker box. Okay, so now we got the follower rods. Alright, now we got to get the case off. The follower rod case, bolt case off. There's that. And there's that. Okay, and now let's take the intake and the exhaust pipes off, and then we'll get the disconnect the spark plug and the spark plug wires. Well, I guess you'd have to unplug the spark plug wires first, and then the spark plugs. Actually, I should try that next. So once we get this one out, I'm going to try. I'm going to look at the help menu again, and because I thought they said assembly. And up until now, they've been pretty good about trying to make this streamlined, which is another reason why I don't understand why it's so difficult. All right, so now if we go to F1, another F1. And you've got remove part or select assembly, left mouse button. Return to character movement. Okay, again, assembly. If I hold the left mouse, no, I didn't mean that. Disassembly. cylinder.
No.
Yeah, see, it won't let me. In the when they had the more traditional V8 style motors, I think they were V8s, right? You could, you just go to the cylinder, and it said cylinder assembly, and you could just select it,
No.
Yeah, see, it won't let you. We're gonna have to do these one at a time. Okay, so I'm gonna cut it here, and we'll come back in a minute, and we'll be done with this. All right, everybody, we're here. We're at the last, the last cylinder we have to take apart here. If everything goes the way it's supposed to, you've only been watching about 40 minutes of video, but this has taken me an hour and a half. Shut up. This has taken me an hour and a half, and we're still not even done. And here's the thing, is once we get this entire thing taken apart, I'm going to have to rebuild the entire thing. This is why this title disappeared from my page. I don't have the time to sit here and do this entire thing. There are no assemblies, so it's not like you can remove. It'd be great if I could just grab the cylinder assembly and remove the whole thing, but I have not found that that's the case. You have to literally tear this entire thing down, and it is a mind-numbing, completely infuriating and time-consuming, just aggravation. That's pretty much where we're at with this. Because see, now that I've got all the cylinders off, I still have to remove all of this to get to this. And then when we go, and you're like, okay, well, at least I'll get to fix it, right? Wrong. You're not going to be able to fix it. You're going to have to just requisition a new one. And then you get to spend another hour and a half putting the whole thing back together again. This is why I've stopped playing this, folks. And I don't know, like I said, there's a stubbornness inside of me that wants to finish this game, wants to, wants to stick with it, wants to see it through to the end. But the reality is, this is such an aggravating situation. And then you got these jackasses who keep yelling no at you, even though it's their fault because they just don't move as fast as you do. And then you gotta, I know, the camera keeps moving too far back. And that was right anyway. But, yeah, see, says no, but no. Shut up. Camera angles are horrible. You can't freaking get squared up on the part that you need to. I used to love this game. I really had a lot of fun playing it. And then we kind of turned a corner, and I don't know if it's because they were going to introduce new planes, so they were kind of trying to keep you hanging on or something, keep playing until the new planes came out or whatnot. But this is just monotonous. It's just... And I was thinking about it, again, I got pretty aggravated when I'm, an hour and a half in. I'm starting to get fatigued from just sitting here, and I'm still nowhere even close to being done yet. It's like I still got to take more apart. There, now we can finally get to the broken part, and then and that's it. It's just click, and then click and hold. That's the entire game. Click on the part, click and hold on the pin, click and hold on, and see, you can't fix anything. There's no, even though there's a repair mini game, which isn't, it's not really that, but at least you feel like you're fixing something. This is just, I'm just going and requisitioning new parts and then just, so the whole game is just tearing down engines and rebuilding engines, and that's it. We got 4 valves that we need to replace. And we got 2 crankshaft. Although I think it's 1 assembly, 2 crankshafts. And now we get to rebuild the entire engine again. So it's like a forced march. I didn't need to take that off, but you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna take everything off. There you go. Let's look at our inventory. Everything say pristine. Everything says pristine. All right, let's rebuild. So we're going to 2. And maybe that's it too. Maybe the fault is mine. Maybe I need to find a better, faster, more efficient way of doing it. But
In the fighter jets, you know, when you get the more traditional, it wasn't a V8, was it? Was it a V8? I can't. I thought it would. The V12? Maybe it was a V12. I'm not sure. But when we were working on those, at least, you could remove the entire cylinder assembly, you know, and that sped up the process because at least you can remove the entire. This is, like I say, this is one at a time. You got to put, you know, and maybe I'm missing it somehow, but I have not seen yet how you can do the assemblies, you know. And so that was the thing, is it became a kind of an editing nightmare because I did not want to subject you to having to sit here and watch me just spend countless amount of time, you know, tearing down and rebuilding the same thing over and over again. I tried to speed it up. Like, well, maybe I could speed it up and at least it will go a little faster. And that just was like, it made me nauseous watching. Like, this is like, you get motion sickness. So I couldn't figure out how to make it keep, and that's the other thing too, is I don't want to edit too much of the gameplay away. The whole point, I think, of people wanting to tune in and see the game is because they want to see the gameplay. So I didn't want to lose that entirely, you know. So I think I finally settled on the whole thing of, okay, I'll tear down one cylinder and then I'll come back and I'll show you tearing down the last cylinder, you know. So the first and the ninth is the ones I do. I'm gonna go ahead and drop all of these in, and then I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna rebuild the first one, like we just said, and then I'm gonna cut. I'll come back and show you rebuilding the last one, and I'm hoping beyond hope that we're gonna be done with this mission. But yeah, I mean, hopefully, I try to keep my videos to about an hour because I don't want to insist too much on people that they sit for long periods to watch. But this, whatever you're seeing, you know, it took me probably 2 to 2.5 times longer just to do it. And again, I really shouldn't be doing that. I didn't expect that was going to happen. And I was not prepared for that to happen, but you kind of get into it and now you're here. Okay, so let's rebuild the first one. Like I say, I always like to start in the back and work my way forward. So let's start with the intake pipes. And we've already got the spark plug wires in there, which is cables. I'm sorry, cables. So that does help. That was a good deal there. And now we'll put the spark plugs in and the connection cable from there. Let's do the other side. Spark plug cable, and those do have nuts we have to tighten down. I don't want to do exhaust just yet, but we have to put in the follow rods first before we can get the rocker box back on. So there's a follower rod case, right? And like I said, the whole game now is just click, put that in, click and hold, and then drag across the nuts. That's the whole game. All right, here's our follow rods. I'm just going to click. That's in. Click. That's in. That's the whole game right now. Rocker box. Click. That's in. Click and hold, and then go over the nuts. And there you go. That's in there. And now you've got valves. Okay. Click. Click and hold. Click. Click and hold. That's it. It's like. And after a while, you're like, I don't even know what I'm doing here. What am I doing with this game? This just doesn't seem like I'm doing anything. All right, so there's that, and then we got the exhaust tubes up front, and we'll put those on. Okay, and then the last one here. Again, I'm going to cut here, and I will come back when I am assembling the final cylinder, and then we'll see where we go from there.
Huh? Oh. There it is. There it is, folks. We got it. We got it. All primary tasks are complete. There it is. Gonna reassemble now. We're just gonna finish the reassembly. We got all the cylinders rebuilt. This whole thing put back together here. All right, get these cover back, put back on there. There's that. Oh, I'm missing some exhaust. All right, let's take care of these exhausts. I don't know how I got past those without putting those on. I do know when you get into it, you're just you're moving. You got to be careful because you can start to move a little bit too quickly. Nope. We can't do that. Remember, Pete? We have to go 2, but we're going to put this cowl on first, as otherwise it makes it difficult to put. There we go. We're going to get down here. Here. All right, now we got 2 on the side. Had to get out and reacquire. There we go. Okay, so I think we got this one in the books, folks. It was it was hard, and you know, what are you gonna do? That's just how it works sometimes. There we go. What about a thumbnail, Pete? What about that? F12 on that one. All right. All right. Repair the stopped right motor, check. Remove the power loss problem from in the left engine, check. Repair the pitot tube. I'm gonna sign off on that one. Why won't you let me sign off on that one? Why? Propeller screw, that's why. Because we forgot to put the propeller screw back on. Oh no. There it is. 2. There it is. Okay. Very cool. Yeah, I broke my own rule, right? I was just telling you guys how you should always check your inventory before you sign out, because you never know when you might have something, and then I forgot all about it. Okay, so there we go. And let's do another F12 just to be on the safe side. And we're going to go back to our work order, and let's go ahead and sign off on it. All right, repair the stopped right motor, check. Remove the power loss problem in the left engine, check. Repair the pitot tube, we check. Perfect job. Another one in the books for us, folks. But boy, that took a long time. And like I said, I think that's why I wound up walking away from it 6 months ago. It was, it's just restart task, continue career. Let's continue career. It's just gotten to that point where everything, order number 08194, the Blenheim, George Martell, still the pilot. On the last landing, the brakes didn't work, so I damaged the rear wheel. Please fix it and refuel before tomorrow's flight. Refuel the aircraft, repair the damaged brakes, and repair the damaged rear wheel. I would love to do that. I would love to do that right now, but hold on, let me just... But I've been working on that last project. Took me almost 2 hours. So I think we're gonna call it here, and or maybe we won't. Look at me not calling it here. the heck, man? Alright, I was gonna say, I don't know why it's being so finicky. There we go. Alright, let's do this real quick. Damaged.
No.
Where'd it go? Can I fix it? I don't think I can. It's just going to be a requisition order. Yep, that's what I thought. Escape out. Let's go get the new wheel. One rear wheel. Boink. Thank you. Get back to it. Let's see if we can't knock this one out quick. The axle back in here. Alright, so that's that. Now let's get this jack out of here. Alright, thank you. And we're gonna spam you right there. I wanna put you down. Spam you. There you go. Alright. Now the brakes. We need to check the brakes. I'm gonna take this one here, and I think that comes up here. And I think we want to get the other one too, right? Alright, so you can take that up. And you can take that up. There we go. Alright, now let's crouch, and we're going to get in here. We're going to take a look at these brakes. Pristine. 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 Alright. Alright. Where are the damaged brakes? Where are the damaged brakes? Let's remove the cane, okay?
No.
Alright.
Nope.
Alright, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for brake pads. Okay, so that's... I think we got to take all of these pads off, right? Yeah. Alright, so let's remove those. I think that's it, right? 3. Yeah, there are, rest of that stuff is good. Okay. Disengage. Let's go over here. We got to do the same thing on this one. And we want to go disengage. Alright. Alright.
No, sir.
Yep, I think we're gonna have to replace all the pads here, all the brakes. Can I get around? I can't get around. All right, so we're gonna go 1. All right, so there's that. Let's disengage. Let's stop crouching. I broke my own rule. Let's go check. I don't think we can fix the brake pads though. And I think that's what they are, they're pads. So we're just gonna go here. Yes, we cannot fix them, I thought so. So we're gonna run over here, we're gonna requisition ourselves some new pads. There you go. 5 and 5. There we go. Back over here, crouch. All right, we're gonna go 2, assemble. There we go. 2, 3, 4. We got one more we gotta get on there. 5. Okay, so we can put that back in. Put that back up there. Put the axle back in. Okay, so we're going to disengage, we're going to come over this way, same thing here. Slap the new pads on there. 3, we need 2 more. 4, 5. There's that goes back in there, that goes back up there, that goes back on there. Lock it in, we're going to lock that in like that. Okay. See, now this makes me happy. For the, you know, it's a job. We didn't actually have to disconnect the to tear down the engine again. All right, so let's stand up. We do want to get rid of these though. So plane down. Before we torque it out of shape, let's get this one down too. There we go. And now we can take this. Move this over here. That one can go there. And go here. And we'll get the fuel bogey and we're gonna go, let's start at 1. Alright, the 1 tank is the outside right wing. One tank is outside right wing. Okay. So that's 1. Now we're going to go with 2. And the 2 is the inside left wing. Okay, inside left wing. Outside right wing, inside left wing. All right, so that's 2. Where's 3? 3 is going to be... 3 is the outside left wing. So 2 is inside left wing. 3 is outside left wing. 1 is outside right wing, so 4 must be inside right wing. All right, cool. All right, so we got a bonus in there. We got a bonus mission in there. It took us probably a little bit over an hour, but honestly, after that long, yeah, there you go. Inside right wing is number 4. Okay. Hope I can remember that. So the brakes are fixed, the rear tire's fixed, and she's gassed up, so she should be ready to rock and roll. for her next mission. And all primary tasks complete. There she goes. Wonder if I can get this and climb up on that truck. That would be cool, wouldn't it? All right, Pete. Quit horsing around now. F12. Let's go ahead and finish this one out. I think we did a good job here. Refuel the aircraft. Checked. Repair the damaged brakes. Check. And repair the damaged rear wheel. Check. Perfect job. Another perfect job. We're up to 4,871 merit points. Again, the last promotion we got was at 3,500. So I don't think there's going to be another one. We're going to continue the career. And we'll take a look at what the next job will be. It's probably going to be a little while before we get back into this one, but it's going to be order number 08196. We're still working with George Martell and the Bristol Blenheim. Yesterday's flight was successful. We neutralized all ground targets and did not suffer any losses. Unfortunately, I noticed that the right engine makes strange noises and runs unevenly. Please complete the weapons and check the condition of the right engine. When done, please refuel. I will do that, George Martell. Load the aircraft with bombs, refuel the aircraft, and check the condition. All aircraft parts need to be installed. Check the condition of the right engine. Okay, so that's what we're going to do when we come back. But for this time and for this episode, we're going to call it a day. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for coming back. Stay tuned for more. Again, I'm trying to get all of my titles out there. So like I say, it may be a little bit before we get back to this one, but if you hit the follow button, you'll be notified when I drop another video, and you'll be notified when another Plane Mechanic Simulator video comes out. So go ahead and do that. Like, subscribe, follow, and hopefully you'll be back. And until I see you again, be safe, be well, be good, and be back here next time. And we'll talk soon. All right. Bye-bye.